What's this?
Time to file a report. I should request an audience with the Queen.
Stay close. What do we have here? What do you...
Yes, General?
So, who is Kyle Wu?
Me? Why do you want to know?
I like to get to know the people I work with.
Oh, I see. Okay. What would you like to know?
Things must have been different for you, being the chieftain's son.
Maybe in some ways. We don't revere our leaders like your people do with your queen. People have great respect for my father, but it's the same as being a skilled tracker or an eagle-eyed gatherer.
Really? You're saying others didn't treat you differently, even though one day you'll take over as chieftain?
No, they have no reason to. If you prove yourself skilled and dedicated to the people, your word is respected as much as the wise women or chieftain. Why seek favor with one voice when you can have your own?
What about your father? He seems like an intimidating figure.
Oh yes, that's a different story. He's always held me to a higher standard. It was frustrating at times, but I could see there was a reason to his actions.
What was growing up on the steppes like?
Well, the Howling Steppes has its name for a reason. Between the storms that roll through and the constant search for food, it can be a pretty bleak place. That said, I don't know that I'd wish for anything else. I remember the feasts we'd have to honor a special occasion. The whole village devoted days to cooking just for one extravagant meal.
That sounds like a lot of fun. How are things normally?
For a child? Pretty boring.
You mentioned your mother when we first met. May I ask what happened to her?
Oh, she joined the ancestors several years ago. A sickness swept through the village.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. It hurt for a long time. One day she was fine, and then a moon later, she was gone. I don't know about you, but to me my parents were invincible. Realizing that someone who was a constant presence your whole life could just be gone. It took me a long time to be at peace with that.
I know exactly what you mean. You believe they will be there forever, even as you grow up and realize the world doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly. You know, my father would say I'm a lot like her.
How so?
She was never satisfied with what was on the surface. She challenged him to think beyond tradition for tradition's sake. My father would say she would gladly dig up the steps if it revealed Fiara's heart.
She sounds a lot different than most Aliani.
She was. She was good for my father that way. Anyway, that was her. Let's talk about something else.
That's all I wanted to know.
Sure.
Thanks for the chat.
Of course. Listen for the storm.
What is it?
And that's it. My people believe that once Jakku has been set into motion, nothing can be done to stop it. I intend to prove them wrong.
That is commendable. So, according to your father, Sheabded has chosen 4 corrupted to lead it into the world. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he, the Aliani that is, believe that even stopping these corrupted cannot stop the prophecy from coming true.
Yes. You cannot stop the lightning when you hear the thunder.
I don't understand. If only a corrupted can open the gate, why wouldn't neutralizing all of them stop the prophecy?
It's hard to understand if you're not Aliani. I may be wrong, but it seems to me that you outsiders believe strongly in the idea of changing one's fate through actions. We Aliani believe that us Shaperkin are ultimately powerless. We're subject to patterns, forces beyond our understanding. Love, disease, birth, death. We have no control over these things. And the most dominant of those patterns is Jakku. Trying to resist Jakku is like trying to resist death. You can struggle and struggle, but ultimately you're subject to its nature. So the best you can do is to accept it.
What an inspirational way to view the world.
As I said, I intend to prove them wrong. You Northandians have proven twice that the omens of Jakku can be broken. You defeated Lacane and stopped the plague. In my opinion, that's also our best chance. We need to identify the remaining 3 corrupted and neutralize them. Make sure they can't serve Sheogdead any longer.
And how do we identify them?
If I may, we already know one of them, don't we? The leader of those rogue dark elves, the woman with the mask.
Well, there's no way to be sure, but after what you've told me, yes, very likely so.
We will assume she is one of them for the time being. That leaves us with 2 more to find, and 3 more to neutralize. Very well. This is more than I had hoped for.
So we need to look for other cults that worship Sheogdead.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. A corrupted might not even know he or she serves Sheogdead's purpose. With that masked woman and Rondar Lacane, it was obvious. It might not be for the other 2.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that, according to the scrolls, some corrupted don't even know they are. And that the ways in which they serve Jakku are diverse. Wars, famines, maybe even something as simple as being at the right place at the right time. It's an enigma.
That doesn't make it any easier. Even if all this about Jakku and Corrupted is true, how are we gonna find the other 2? Kaiawu said it himself. Even with the masked woman, we can't be certain.
And therein lies the problem.
Actually, I might know a way, but I need to give it some thought first.
Do that. I will think on the matter too. In the meantime, there is still work to be done before we can restore the mosaic. Let me know once you've looked into all the trails.
Fair enough. Let's see if Wraith managed to get in touch with the Black Company's leader yet. Go ahead.
General, is there anything I can help you with?
I wish to talk to Her Majesty.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Her Majesty is on...
So long.
Tiara's light, General.
This way. Interesting. What are you reading? A letter?
What? It's nothing.
All right. But if you need to talk, I'm here.
Well, actually, I could use a friendly ear. Sure you want to hear this, General? This won't be as fun as our last talk.
Yes. Tell me.
Fair enough. Someone died. My former husband, Lauren.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. But first Tahar, and now him. Fate has a messed up sense of humor.
I didn't even know you were married.
Well, I never told anyone. Lauren and I... That was 8 years ago. 2 years after I fled Finn and Mir, and 4 years before I met Tahar.
I see. So, who was Lauren? How did you meet?
In the woods of Highmark. He was a forester. I had made camp in a clearing, but must have eaten something bad for dinner. Because when I woke up the next day, I had terrible stomach cramps. I tried to push on, but I couldn't even move without throwing up. So instead, I spent the whole day lying in my tent, puking my guts out. The problem was, my provisions were almost gone, and I was severely dehydrated.
And I guess Lauren found you?
Found me, took me to his village, and nursed me back to health. When I had fully recovered, he offered to let me stay, and that I did. For 2 years.
And you got married?
After a year, yes. You see, Lauren was a good man. One of these incredibly honest, genuine people who wear their hearts on their sleeves. Simply because they have nothing to hide. He was kind, caring, and beautiful. And though he knew he didn't have much to offer materially, he laid what he had at my feet. And all of that even though I wasn't even a good match. An exiled elf. A vagrant, a mage. There were plenty of other women he could have been with. But he wanted me. I still don't get it, to be honest.
So, what happened between you?
Well, one day I woke up with a strange feeling. As though all of a sudden there was a huge leaden weight on my shoulders. Everything felt so alien, so wrong. Our bed, the flowers he had brought me the day before, everything. Even Lauren himself. I wanted to tell him, but for some reason, the mere thought of it turned my stomach. So I left. I wrote him a letter, packed my things, and I left.
And you have absolutely no idea where that feeling came from?
No. I've thought about it a lot, but all I've come up with are guesses.
Such as?
I'd rather not go into detail. I'm sorry.
And that's the end of the story? You left and never went back?
Well, I did go back to Auchendale. 3 years later. He was with a new woman, and she was expecting.
I see. And how did he die? Who wrote that letter?
A mercenary that I hired some weeks ago. I had been thinking of him a lot after Tahar's death, and wanted to make sure he was okay, which, as it turns out, he wasn't. He got bit by a rabid wolf while he was out in the woods.
Just let me know if there's anything I can do.
You already have. You listened.
This might be a stupid question, but how do you feel?
Lost, I guess. I know Lauren probably loathed me for what I did, but up to this day I had always felt as though he was still there. And now he's gone. And I never even found the courage to explain why I left, or to apologize. You remind me of him somehow. You know that? You're good. The world is filled with selfish fools, but you're not one of them.
What makes you think that?
I just do. You know, I've been with men and women since, but I always seem to cling to only the ones who don't love me. To the ones who do, like Lauren. I'm like poison. Good thing we're just friends, isn't it?
Is that all we are?
Oh, I don't know. I need some time now, okay? I'll be ready when duty calls.
General.
What's your take on our companions?
Why?
Because I value your opinion.
Sorry, but I don't like these kind of conversations. I'm sure you're capable of forming your own opinions.
I'll be going. We'll speak later.
Sure.
Consider it done.
Get ready!
No one lives forever.
For 5 days you ride under an overcast sky. One night, sitting by the campfire, Rera offers you and your companions a sip of brandy. She tells you about her life as a privateer, her return to Windwall, and about Ericus's rise to power. The worst about people like him, she says, her eyes drift off, almost as though she is talking to herself, is that they claim to speak for all of us, but he doesn't. We'll make...
So... there's a part I haven't told you. While it's true that nobody will question that letter once we're inside, those bridge guards have been briefed. They know who they're expecting.
That's bad.
Not necessarily. They don't know what Zverak Yor looks like, but they know his reputation.
Which is?
That he is the most unlikable, self-entitled person to have ever walked the face of Io. In other words, you'll have to act the part and they'll let us through.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
What do we have?
Hold it right there! No gravel eaters past this point.
Shut your mouth and let me through.
Stones, you really need a beating, don't you?
Wait. We'll pay.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you need to speak a little louder. Sorry, but you need to speak a little louder. Ah, now I understand. Go on through. But just so you know, this never happened.
Of course not. Thanks.
I'm listening.
That could have gone better.
Aye. But at least we got in. Come, let's find Malik. He's expecting us. Hold it. That's Arrakis. Seems as if he's given another one of his speeches.
We might want to give it a listen. The more we learn about this man, the better.
Good point.
I say, no more! For centuries, those gravel eaters have kept us weak. Treaties, alliances, conclaves, all they did was try to put us in shackles. But no, of course that wasn't enough. They also took it upon themselves to poison our culture. And damn, how they succeeded. Look around, brothers. Look at what our once so proud nation has become. Dwarves mixing with surface folk, breeding offspring whose existence alone is an insult to our ancestors. Women, the goddesses of life, wielding axes, making laws when they should be ensuring the survival of our people. Dwarves who don't know which end of the axe to hold. We've become a joke, brothers. A disgrace. And do you know what I'm seeing? 5 years from now, I see these halls deserted. Nothing left but the wind, the rats, and a handful of fragile creatures whose only purpose is to mine ore for the rich surface men. I see crypts filled with the corpses of dwarves. Dwarves who did not die in battle, but from the degeneration the gravel eaters brought upon us. I see the end of a people whom Nihalf once chose to rule all the mountains of Io. But we won't take it. We won't let them poison our minds, take our pride, force us into servitude. We will show them our true face. And oh, brothers, they won't like it. No more treaties, no more bargains, no more outsiders within these sacred halls. Only the sons of granite, proud and strong, axes honed, baring their teeth to anybody who dares to challenge us. Are you with me? Yeah! What are you, gravel eaters? I want to hear you shout it at the top of your lungs. Fill every corner of these sacred halls with your voices. Shout it like the proud men that I see before me. Gravel no longer. We are of granite. Are you with me? Yeah! Gravel no more. We are granite. Gravel no more. We are granite. Then go and make me proud.
Impressive, isn't it? Regardless of how much I hate this guy, I have to hand it to him. He knows how to make a speech.
He's lying. Nobody is forcing the dwarves into servitude.
Tell that to the mob, though. Yeah.
What?
Arrakis may present himself as a saint, but I'm sure he has skeletons in his closet. We tried to dig up dirt in him before, but never found anything. If we get the chance to search inside the castle walls, well, that's a different story. In other words, we should keep an eye out for anything interesting once we're inside the fortress. I doubt it'll help convince those oafs that they're following the wrong shepherd, but it's worth a try.
What's this?
Just the kind of person I was looking for.
Excuse me?
You know how to fight, eh? More importantly, how to survive.
Yes?
Just what I thought. I have a proposal for you then. One that'll make us both legends. You ever heard of Wyvern Fire?
Wyvern Fire? You mean the third hottest flame on Io?
Bingo. They say that everything forged by Wyvern Fire is 50 times as strong as its conventional counterpart. Well, maybe not 50 exactly, but a lot. You get the idea. Now, here's the thing. I actually got my hands on a Wyvern. And you know what? Its flame melted my whole damn forge. A mature Wyvern's fire is too hot to handle. But a hatchling, that'd be more manageable. You get me a Wyvern egg. I'll craft you Wyvern fire weapons, armor, the works. You'll be legendary. What do you say?
You have a deal.
Aye. Good on you. Come back when you have the egg.
Where am I supposed to get a Wyvern egg?
Well, I heard talk of a Wyvern breeding ground out in the scorching desert. You could look there.
Hold on. Wyverns are extremely hostile, especially when breeding. You want us to risk our lives for this?
I mean, I did ask if you're the surviving type.
What's in this for you?
I told you. This will make us both legends. The items I craft are of no use sitting around my workshop. It needs to be used, appreciated. Deeds must be done with them, stories told of them. The more renown is attached to your name, the more renown is attached to my name. And what greater achievement is there than to become a legend?
I'll be going.
Aye. Be seeing you.
Surfacer!
You wanted to speak to me?
Aye, my friend, I did. You're an outsider, huh? What a refreshing sight. The guards aren't letting many of you in these days. Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Gorag Rockrim, representative of the Historical Society. If you're feeling particularly philanthropic, I have a proposition for you.
I'm listening.
The Society has a keen interest in acquiring old moon silver artifacts. Our ancestors spread all across Fiara, leaving pieces of history behind. We'd like to bring those pieces home. For every artifact you bring me, I will compensate you accordingly. How's that sound?
Why do you want these moon silver artifacts?
All this talk we've been having about traditions and culture. We see it as an opportunity. People are interested in our history now more than ever. And these artifacts are part of that legacy. We want to start a museum where all dwarves can view and appreciate our history. This collection would be part of that. Besides, you see that statue they're working on? If Arrakis gets his hand on those artifacts, he'll just melt them down like they're ingots. He has no appreciation for their true value.
I've already found some moon silver artifacts. Here you go.
Ah, wonderful! Thank you so much, Surfacer. Compensation, as agreed. The Society and I would also like you to have this from our collection. It's quite rare and perhaps it will be useful. Take it with our gratitude. Let me know if you find anything else on your travels. Welcome back. Did you find any moon silver artifacts?
Is this somehow connected to this giant statue High Hierophant Arrakis is building?
What? Because these artifacts are made of moon silver? Good gracious, no. I'd rather cut off my own beard than let him melt these artifacts for his bloody statue. But that probably isn't a conversation we should be having here. Now, you were saying?
I'll be going.
Nihalf give you luck on your search.
Sir, could I have a minute of your time?
What do you need?
You look like a worldly person. A bold adventurer, even. Not many of those around here these days. Anyway, I've decided to leave this grim place and seek my luck on the road. So I was thinking, could you maybe test my adventuring knowledge and see if I'm up to the challenge?
I'm a soldier, not an adventurer. I wouldn't even know where to start.
But you've traveled the world. You've seen what's out there. Just see if I could theoretically manage situations you get yourself in while traveling.
Why are you so eager to risk your life like this? I promise you, life on the road isn't nearly as glamorous as the folk tales make it out to be.
However it is, it's better than staying in Windholm. I don't know if you've noticed, but this city isn't currently a friendly place for the dwarves like me.
She's right.
It looks like I have little choice in the matter. Just remember, passing my test does not guarantee your survival. Even with all the knowledge in the world, what you're choosing is a very dangerous life. The road is treacherous and you need to always keep that in mind. Trust no one but yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, let me think. All right, a group of bandits surrounds you. What do you do?
I talk to them, ascertain what they're after. If it's greed, maybe I can convince them that I'm more valuable to them alive. If it's desperation, I talk to them. No one just chooses this line of work, and most people have reservations about it. And if all else fails, I kick them in the royal jewels and run, of course.
Wow.
What?
I was expecting you to say something along the lines of, I'll teach them a lesson, no one messes with me. But I have to say, your answer was surprisingly reasonable. Not what I would expect from someone so young.
I told you, I'm not trying to be the new Tahar. I know what I'm getting into.
Very well. What do you expect from an adventurer's life?
I'm not stupid. I know I'm not going to be helping dashing princes or finding ancient treasures. I just want to change people's lives for the better. Doesn't really matter if it's dealing with some bandits, killing a pack of rabid wolves, or cleaning horse manure for a crippled farmer. I just want to help.
I won't lie, that's a very impressive answer.
Thank you.
You're right. We need more compassion, especially these days. Seeing people like you gives me hope for the future.
Thank you, General.
I have to go now.
Oh, already? So what do you think? Am I ready?
No one is ready for the life you're choosing. I recommend settling down somewhere quiet, away from this mess.
But...
Having said that, you seem to be committed to helping people, and the people of Io need help. Just ask yourself, am I ready to risk my life for people that may not even appreciate my efforts? If the answer is yes, then you have my blessing.
It's not impulsive, I promise. I know what I'm risking.
Then all there is left for me to do is wish you luck.
Thank you for being so kind, General. Good luck to you, too.
Hi, what you looking for? Come again.
look around, see what you like.
Well bargained. You'll find just what you need. Oh, that'll do.
Interesting.
Me have blessed.
Can I help you?
Aye, that you can. My name's Herrick Grainblast. You look like a surfer who gets around.
Brainblast. I actually have a letter for you. The messenger died on the way here.
You do? Well, then it must be from my boy. Let me see. Well, this is odd. It doesn't mention Hallabrook at all.
Calibrock. What's so important about it?
Well, you see, my son, Idar, and his friend set out for the city nearly 2 moons ago. He was supposed to write me once he got there, but the letter never came. This letter you found doesn't say anything about reaching Calibrook. So either this was written afterwards or they never even made it. Dust and stones, I told him it was too dangerous. Would you mind asking around for him if you find yourself there?
I'll see what I can do.
If you can find anything out, that would set my mind at ease. Thievery, bloody thievery. What are you looking at?
Sorry, I couldn't help but notice how upset you are. Do you mind if I asked you what's wrong?
What's wrong? It's bloody thievery is what it is. Them beardless dregs have no right to my stuff. Do you know how long it's been in my family? A long time.
Whoa, slow down. Who stole from you and what did they steal?
Ye have balls. My hammer. Ever since that beardless gasbag took over Windholm, his stone lickers have been rounding up all the moon silver for that damn statue, including my family hammer. How's a smith supposed to work without his hammer?
I understand the sentimental value of your heirloom, but can't you use a different hammer for your work?
Oh, sure, I can use a different hammer. Why don't I give away my stuff for free too while I'm at it? That'd be all shite anyway.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was only a suggestion.
I will take your suggestion and shove it to the sky.
Sorry to hear that. I'll let you know if I find a moonsilver hammer.
Ah, don't waste your time. It's long gone by now. Probably melted down for that damn statue. If those stone lickers ever come back, I'm setting their beards on fire.
I'll catch up.
Well, you lot look a bit too old to join us. Besides, you're all filthy gravel eaters.
Join you? What are you talking about?
The young lads of Arrakis, of course. Our revolution's youth organization.
Get them while they're young, eh? The Exalted Father would have been proud.
I wouldn't say that at all. It's just a question of honest education, giving them the whole truth about our heritage. We are really proud of our activities and programs. I'd be happy to tell you about us. We have nothing to hide.
Another time, okay? There's something I need to take care of.
Malik.
Rera. And I assume this is the fabled General Erev.
Aye.
Huh. Remind me, why do we trust him?
Stones, we talked about this, didn't we?
Aye. Before I learned that we're dealing with a war criminal here. Yes, General, I know about that mysterious night when you lost your entire division. How convenient that you remember nothing. Coward.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Malik, drop it. These people aren't here because they want to be your drinking buddies. They're here because we need them and they need us. Now, please tell me you did more than just brood over the General's past when I was gone. Like, work out the plan, as you said you would.
I'm guessing my sister has already briefed you on our objective?
Break into the Windhольm treasuries and steal money and weapons to build up your movement.
Well said. Now, since trying to enter the castle through the main gates is akin to suicide, our men spent the past weeks looking for a side entrance, and they found it. Here.
A map?
Of the Windhольm catacombs, aye. Just follow the marked path and it should take you right below the castle undercroft, where you'll find a buried tunnel. Clear the rubble, and presto, you're in. Questions?
And if we succeed, you'll use the money to build up your troops and take care of Arrakis, right?
Oh yes, we will.
Also, my men and I will help you on your own mission while Malik prepares the coup. Just as we agreed.
What do we do if we run into guards?
Crack open a beer with them. What do you think? You take them out as fast as you can.
Though it shouldn't come to that if we're careful enough.
A buried tunnel leading right into the undercroft? That sounds almost too good to be true.
Yeah, I thought the same. But apparently the architects were planning to extend the castle further down into the mountain years ago, but stopped. That tunnel is a leftover.
Fair enough. And is there anything specific we should look for once we're inside?
Money, gold, moon silver weapons. Don't bother with the rest. And maybe you'll be able to dig up some dirt on Arrakis. Scandal or something might help us to slow Arrakis' march to power.
Alright, we'll see what we can do.
Just don't fuck up. Oh, and one more thing. My man saw an odd dwarf going in and out of the tunnels. I don't think he has anything to do with Arrakis. We haven't seen him in a moon, but maybe keep an eye out.
An odd dwarf?
Aye, a mud dweller by the looks of it. I'm guessing he lives down there. Who knows, maybe someone else whose life Arrakis' granite idiots destroyed.
Understood. We'll speak later.
Quite the character, your brother.
I know. Sorry for him going off on you. It's just... he's complicated.
Huh. I honestly hope Iskram comes back from that Shaper site as soon as possible. He hasn't been to Windhольm for decades, but he still considers it home.
The dwarf... before. He lost one of his relatives during the first Blackstone Rebellion, right?
Something like that, yeah.
As though descending down the different layers of Earth, every twist and turn of the tower's spiral staircase reveals a new facet of the Dwarven city. First, the granite manors of the nobility, then the bustling, cramped maze that is the craftsman district.
All right, these are the catacombs. Now we just need to find the entrance to the abandoned part.
Do you think we'll need to deal with the undead?
I don't think they'll be undead, but Malik said there's been a spider infestation down here. So, stay on your guard.
Yes?
You can do this, Holdark. First step is the hardest.
Damn it. There's someone down here.
Hold on, General. Look at his clothes. He's not a guard.
Interesting.
Oh, a surfer. Dust and stones, I thought you were one of those granite sons. Wait, what are you doing down here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Me? It's a free city, I can go where I like. You, on the other hand, this is no place for a stroll. You don't happen to be going further in, do you?
None of your business.
Right, because if you were, you'd be interested in my proposal.
What kind of proposal?
I knew you'd be curious. Here's the deal. My family has a fortune stashed away in a tomb down here, and I need the money, badly. But I'd be eaten alive before I could get to the tomb.
So let me guess. You want us to help you. What would I get in return?
I only need an heirloom that belonged to my grandmother. You can keep whatever else you find. What do you say?
You have a deal.
Splendid! The name's Huldak Stonebrow, by the way. Here's the key to the tomb. I'll wait for you back at my place on the eastern side of the city. Knee half, give you luck.
Fresh candles. Somebody is tending to that grave.
With all that vermin around? Whoever it is, he or she has guts.
Maybe it has something to do with the strange dwarf Malik was talking about. The one who goes in and out of these tunnels.
Possible. Either way, he's not here. Let's focus on the mission for now.
We can take them.
Nowhere to run now. Take them out!
What's this? Over here.
That way?
This is it.
What's that?
Looks like a cobweb. Let's take a look.
Interesting.
Judging by the size, this belongs to a blight widow. No wonder nobody knows about these tunnels anymore.
Blight widow? Sounds lovely.
Round about the size of a small barn, with poison potent enough to kill a troll. Nothing you'd want to spend a romantic evening with.
How do we get through the web?
Brute force? Let's try.
Just give the word.
Really?
Out of the way. Keep it up.
Here we are. The abandoned crypts. Stay alert.
Move in. What do we have here?
Take them out!
Wait. That's the wrong way.
Shouldn't we at least see what's down there?
Lots of blight widows and the bones of adventurers who said the exact same thing. Come on, let's stick to the map. Wrong way. Do you need me to spell it out for you?
Stay close.
to the grave!
Pathetic!
All right, here goes nothing.
Interesting. What's this?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Interesting. What do we have here?
Attack!
What's this?
Let's do this.
Let's be quick! Is that the best you can do?
It must be done. Interesting. What's this?
Here's that brooch Holdorp wanted. Wait. This says this tomb belongs to the Akshale family.
Didn't he say his last name was Stonebrow?
Yeah, he did. Looks like our new friend has a lot of explaining to do.
Over here.
Lead on then. Consider it done.
What do we have here? What is it?
Go for the arm!
Ouch. That's a bloody big web.
Cut it down.
Sounds like a plan.
Blazes. What is that thing?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's not here to give us hugs and kisses. Prepare for a fight.
Here we go.
like it good.
Nihal's balls. Now we know why they suspended their work in the tunnels. Wait, do you see that? In the spider's head.
Yeah. Looks almost like some kind of jewel.
Let me take a look. Huh. Interesting. Could that...
What?
Never mind. See that tunnel over there? According to our map, it should lead right into the Undercroft.
It's buried.
Aye. I hope you brought a shovel. That should do the trick. Now, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope the map is right.
Try to keep up.
While Rera is quiet as you climb up the tunnel, the way her jaw flexes and her lips press into a white line speak a different language. You're not fooling yourself. Much depends on the success of this heist. No rebellion has been won without money and weapons.
Well, knock me down with a feather. It worked.
You're sure this is the Granite Castle?
Dead sure.
What now?
We need to find the keys to the treasury in the weapons chamber. Let's try the guard quarters first. Stones! Guards!
I could use some healing!
They killed one of our heroes!
I need help over here. How about some bandaging? No?
They killed one of our heroes!
I need help over here.
Attack!
Move in.
Damn it. Healing now.
Out of the way. Sure.
Hi. That's handy.
Yes.
Really?
They killed one of our heroes!
You know the way, right? Still strange. All right, here goes nothing. Oh no, you don't.
I'm listening.
To the grave!
That look like the key we need, Rara?
No, it doesn't fit the description. Let's keep searching.
What's this? Interesting.
A sealed letter. Looks official.
That's Arrakis' seal. Maybe the guy this chest belongs to is a courier. Come on, read it.
It's a kind of love letter. Addressed to Alavia.
Elavia? That's an elven name.
So, Arrakis is mingling with a surfacer. That's ironic.
Ironic? No, General. That's pure gold. We'll make sure everybody learns about this. That should slow his advancement at least a little. Good work.
Yes?
This way. What's this?
Let's be quick!
No way to rule.
This ends now!
No? No?
Another key. Rara?
Aye, that's the one to the treasury. Do you see the engraving? Nihaf's crown.
Then let's do what we came here for.
Pathetic!
How about some bandaging? No? How about some bandaging? No?
They killed one of our heroes.
Come on, we're not losing you.
You were saying?
You're next. What do we have here?
Look at that. Rara? Does this look like what we're after?
Let me see. Aye, that's it. The key to the weaponry. Seems we got lucky. Let's find ourselves some nice...
That's what I call a treasure.
And yet, according to Arrakis, Windholm is on the brink of ruin.
Good old bit of fear-mongering. Classic trick. All right. I think that's as much as we can carry. We still got some moonsilver weapons waiting for us, though. Come on.
What's this? Interesting.
Here we go.
How does the saying go? Hang them with their own rope. Let's grab what we can.
What do we have here? What's this?
Wow, that's exquisite.
Interesting.
Good. That's enough. Come on, let's get back to the tunnel.
Out of the way.